Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beela, and I'm coming to you with another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5. I believe this is episode 9. The episode starts off with Courtney. Courtney, that's Stormy's husband. He is now being involved with the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. Y'all check out his confessional. It seemed like he was reading off a cue card, didn't he? Wasn't he a little nervous? But he came on through. He came on through. So he got everybody together, really pretty much all the guys together for a game of basketball. Because from my understanding, Courtney used to play basketball overseas. So he's a professional now when it comes to basketball. All the other guys, not so much. So child, they playing basketball, dribbling the ball. The only person that's getting the ball in the hoop is Courtney. Every time I looked around, it was like bing, bong. I didn't hear nothing go swish. No, swish. It was bing, bang. Even the layups, bang. I said, okay, can we do something else? Can we do it? Y'all tired? Y'all gonna go sit down? Okay. So they go over there, they sit down. And then Courtney brings up the fact that he wants to go into commercial, not so much real estate, but he wants to buy commercial properties and sell them. He just want to buy them and sell them, do more investing. And Marceau said, hey, you want to do it? I help you out. You know, that's his area of expertise. He will kind of show him the ropes. He said he tried to show Martell the ropes, but you know, you see how that worked out. And then he also brought up the fact of the girls are getting together to talk about whatever went on with Madonna. He tried to get everybody on the same page, trying to have peace. He was saying, I think if anybody could do it, it's Stormy, because she's like that peaceful Zen type of person. And everybody was just like, oh, okay, you know, it is what it is. And then they asked about Martell, how is him and Melody doing now that they are in a good place. Martell brings up the fact that they are going to be going to Destin. Melody actually invited him to go. And so Marceau's whole thing is, so do you think that'll be confusing to the kids that you will, that, you know, will they think that you and Melody are going to be trying to reconcile and be back together? And Martell's whole thing is, well, no, I think they know that we're divorced. They just want us to be happy. We just want everybody to be happy. Then Maurice kind of chimes in and said, well, you know, him and Kiowa were in a relationship and they got divorced. And the son, Maurice Jr., will always say, you know, you and mama getting back together, your mama getting back together. And he would be like, no, we just gonna try to, you know, be good at co-parenting. And they were just trying to express to Martell that, you know, it could be a little confusing. And even myself, I'm a product of divorce. My parents were married for 25 years and they got divorced. And I still in my heart be like, man, I wish my mom and daddy were back together. You know, man, I wish, you know, I'm grown. I'm grown. And I was grown when they got divorced. But I'm not, you know, I could see how the lines can kind of be blurred from a child. And I'm a grown woman. So, you know, what happens, it is what it is. So after that, you have Stormy and you have Melody. They're going to, I guess, the place where you get all the candles and sages and you get the little bells and bowls and Zen, Namyo Renge Kyo. You can do all of that, right? So they're going back and forth and they're talking and, you know, they're getting supplies because Destiny is wanting to have this peace party. But before she brings up the peace party, she asks Melody, how is everything going? And how is everything, you know, with Letitia and all that stuff. So Melody brings up the fact that they did get together, the quote unquote comeback group. But she said Letitia was acting shady, you know, acting like she can't remember nothing, you know, just playing dumb. And Stormy is just like, so are y'all trying to be friends? You know, Melody, nah, girl, I ain't trying to be no friends with nobody. But anyway, so she's saying, look, I'm trying to have this peace party. I want everybody there. I want Kimmy. I want Tiffany. I want Kimmy, Tiffany, Destiny. And she says she wants Letitia. You know, Melody is real hesitant on Letitia, but I guess she don't care about everybody else. And then she said, girl, I don't know. I might not be able to make it. She says she may or may not make it. I don't know. She got to protect her peace, her energy, and all of that. So Stormy is hoping for a better turnout because the last time they did get together was in that whole Galentine's event, and she's trying to get everybody in a better place to where they can be on the same page. So after they discuss that, then you have Courtney again and Marceau. So Marceau and him meet up at one of the properties that Marceau built, one of the commercial properties. And he goes down his whole resume. He built this property, that property, that property. So they go into the hotel where he built, and they're sitting there and they are discussing, I guess the particulars on what he's trying to do, what he's trying to invest, the particulars. And so then they bring up the fact Marceau says, so who's going to be in the business with you? Is it going to be, you and Stormy? And Courtney is like, it's always me and Stormy. Everything we do is me and Stormy. And he says, they separate business from personal. It doesn't carry over into the household. Marceau was just like, man, no, we got to keep stuff separate. And Courtney said, man, me and my wife made 20 mil together. Marceau said him and his wife made 17 together, but Courtney said they probably could have made more had they been together. But this conversation kind of had me a bit confused because I thought that Marceau and Letitia were in business together, because from my understanding, as they've been saying the last few seasons, is that Letitia is the majority owner of Skulls. So isn't that not them being in business together? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Y'all help me out in the comments. And then Courtney says something to the effect of Marceau doesn't like women. I guess because he wants to keep his wife out of things. He feels that he could work it better by him being a man. But he says they have roles. His wife has his role. He has his wife has her roles, and he has his roles, and they don't want to cross it. So, I don't know, child. If they working together, they ain't working together. They need to figure this out, because I thought they were working together, but kind of find out they ain't. So, Courtney is just like, y'all are stronger together, bruh. And we going to talk about, this commercial thing. And he also asked if Martell is in on it, or did Martell help him build any of his hotels and things like that. And Marcel was like, nope, this was all me, baby. All right, so I guess they're going to be future business partners. That's the way that's going to go. So then we have this whole scene with Kimmy and Maurice. And this was really, really sad because, as we all knew in the trailer prior to season 5 airing, everybody was speculating what was going on with Kimmy. And come to find out, she has a lump, and she's a nurse, and she found a lump in her breast, and she also found a lump in her lymph node. I guess it was on top of the breast, and a lump on top of the lymph node. But I know it's a double whammy. Whatever it is not good. And she did her mammogram, and she's waiting on the results to know if she needs, she has to do the biopsy and all that stuff to see if it is in fact cancerous. So right now she just did the mammogram. She's waiting on the results to see if she needs to take the next step, which is a biopsy, to find out if it's in fact cancerous. And she is just going through the waiting emotions. Should I tell people? Should I not tell people? Should I worry? Should I not worry? I don't know how to not worry, because this is something that is going on with my body internally, externally, emotional, physically. So she says she's trying to get into a place to where she can kind of have a bit of peace. And Maurice is there with her. He's like, look, we're in this together. I'm going to hold your hand. I know you're a strong woman, but you don't have to be strong at this point. Let me be strong for you. Let me help you carry this burden. And I can see where that is coming from Maurice. And it's always, I kind of feel a little biased as a woman, because I understand that the man wants to be there, hold your hand and guide you. But at the end of the day, it's still, I'm a woman and this is going on in my body. And those feelings are so different than, another person's, So it's just like, yeah, be there, be there, be there. But at the same time, it's almost like I'm by myself. You would be by yourself in that situation too, you know? Because I don't know. That's just, I just got my mammogram not too long ago. And I was like, yeah, because when I turned 40, yes, the end of the month of my 40th, I was in the hospital. I was at my doctor getting my mammogram. Please, ladies, go get your mammograms. Get your body checked out. Get your annuals. Make sure everything is right. High blood pressure, cholesterol, all that stuff. BMI. Get your body checked because at any day, anything can change. And even though you do have the people around you, because it's almost like she wants to be strong for the people, but not be so much strong for herself. And that is a crazy situation to be in. But at the end of the day, Kimmy, you don't have to be strong. You can be as weak as you want to be because this is your vulnerability. This is your body. And you only have one life. You only have one body. And you have to cherish it the way that you know how. And adding more stress, it's easier said than done because you are the one going through it. So I'm just going to offer my prayers and everything. And then she's looking at it like, I wasn't looking at this to be a death sentence. I'm just doing what I know to do as a woman. Check my body to make sure that it's fine. But then when you're faced with those actual complications, it's like a whole nother level, you know? And I do feel sorry, for what she's going through. We don't know the results yet, so she's waiting. And she also said that she really wasn't even wanting, she debated whether or not if she even wanted to film this, but she said if she could just help one person, she would do her due diligence. And I am so proud of you, Kimmy, and I commend you. My hat goes off, and I'm glad that Maurice is there. Your mother, your son, everyone is there. But at the end of the day, it's still your journey. And that's the hardest thing to face, your own journey. And, and he said, yeah, we could do this, but we still need divine intervention, which is God. Jesus, we need you right now in the blood of Jesus. We need you. And, you do what you do best. You show up and you show out. And Kimmy, heads off, praying for you, praying for everything. And I just hope that you have a great outcome. We don't know what it is, but however it go, just pray. And it was really, really sad. And I'm happy that her husband is Sam. He was like, look, we in this together. Even you are, but at the end of the day, it's still Kimmy. But y'all in this together, but it's still Kimmy. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I understand what I'm saying. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. All right. So now they have the whole event at Stormy's house. All the girls are getting together. Melody there first. Was Melody first? No, it was Tiffany first, then Melody, then Kimmy. And all the girls look great. They had their long flowage. Well, Kimmy had the mustard, gold, mustard, yellow or greenish or olive, whatever color that is. It was pretty. And then Letitia come up in there with some shorts on. She said, I thought we was going to be outside on the floor. So I just wore my shorts. Okay, Tisha, you had your shorts. And everybody, you didn't feel weird that everybody looking halfway, looking nice, and you wearing some shorts? Child, I guess. So, and then they all kind of sit down at the table, and then they're like, did y'all contact Destiny? Then Destiny ends up coming up with her friend. I think her name was Demi. Cut with her cousin. I think it was her cousin, Demi. Child, they was like, Stormy said, I ain't invite Demi. Well, Stormy, she didn't invite you to your Madani. But at the end of the day, this is Stormy's house. This is her place of peace. Well, I guess, that is Storm. That was Destiny's business. But this is this girl's house. So, you could have just kind of left her there. Because if you didn't ask if she could come, you should have just not brought her. But hey, I guess she like, well, shoot, y'all weren't invited, so it is what it is. And then Melanie's in her confessional. She was like, so if she needs someone to, to have her back and be her I guess her backbone or whatever, she needed somebody to take her for. I don't know what she coming like that. You can already tell energy bad. So, I mean, everybody is in the confessionals kind of throwing shade a little bit, but it is what it is. All right. So as the evening goes, they start out. Stormy starts out, and she gets the stage. The sage. They begin to burn the sage, and they kind of do affirmations. You know, peace, love, and soul, happiness. If I did it once, I can do it again. You know, just the basic affirmations that they do tell each other. And then it gets to Kimmy, right? And then Kimmy gets very emotional, and she's just like, you know, her main thing was, I can overcome anything. And she gets teary eyed. And I'm just like, oh my God, that really just broke my heart, because it's like, you can overcome anything. You can. And everybody is just like, oh, can I give you a hug? You know, and she's welcoming everybody. She's welcoming the love. But when they begin to ask her, so what's going on? She said, I'm not ready to disclose that information right now. And I 100% agree, because she said, if I don't have the test results, then I don't want to alarm anybody. This is what's that girl name? On Real Housewives of Potomac. What's that girl name? You know the girl on Real Housewives of Potomac. Mia. That's what Mia should have took notes. Because Mia don't, everybody don't know what Mia got going on. But anyway, she said, it is, you know, Kimmy is just like, when I find out, then I'll let you all know. It'll either be a test or a testimony. And once she's been through the test, then it'll become a testimony. So, yes. And then they start to play this game that Stormy came up with. What was it? What I heard, what I meant, and what I saw. I hope I said it right. What I heard, what I meant, what I know, what I thought, something like that. So apparently, this is when people, basically, when you say something, and people misinterpreted what you said, right? So she brought an example about Stormy did. She brought an example with Destiny when they were at the Galentine's party, and she brought up the whole thing about what she heard, what was going on between Melody and Destiny, but she really didn't know. So she was coming to Destiny, you know, over and over and over again. So what's your part? What happened? What happened? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Why y'all not friends? And Destiny was kind of, you know, her tension was high. So when Stormy kept on insisting that she tell her what's the issue, what's the problem between Melody and Destiny, that's when everything kind of, why it ain't none of your business. You know, they said Destiny throwing chairs and all of that stuff. So now that she understood that, you know, that was probably not the right time to talk about it, she was just trying to get an understanding of the situation so she could get to pretty much know what's going on in the group, get to know Destiny a little bit more. She just wanted to kind of figure out what was going on, because she really didn't know. She wanted clarity, you know, and they talked about that when they had their one-on-one, Destiny and Stormy did. So that's kind of cool, you know. And then they bring up Tiffany. So Tiffany goes into saying she really didn't have any issues, but Destiny was like, oh, you did? You did? And then she said, well, the only thing she could think of was when she saw, well, Destiny brought up when you came to her and said your dress was cute, but it wasn't Destiny. It was Mel Nika. She said, y'all, she thought that I was Mel Nika. But the whole point was with Tiffany, it was just, your timing was off. And you just blur out stuff. It was the wrong time, and wrong place, wrong time. The approach was wrong, you know? So Tiffany felt like she didn't do nothing wrong, but everybody is just like, your approach was wrong. Your timing was wrong. You was just rude when you did it. What you were? You at this girl party, you gonna bring up, she had a divorce party or whatever party it was, and you bringing up, yeah, I saw your husband, your dress was cute. It was rude, disrespectful. Anyway, so then they ended up going, they did Destiny. Destiny said, look, I ain't got nothing with nobody. I ain't bringing up nothing. She said, this is a little messy. She said, I'm trying to just plead the fifth on this, because she over it at this point. Then they bring up Tisha. Tisha said, I'm over it too. She said, because some people not gonna And some people are not going to own up to what they do. So she said, it's dead, it's buried. I ain't doing nothing. I'm good on this game. And they go around to Melody. They go around they go around to Melody, right? And so they're like, okay, so Melody, do you have anything that was misinterpreted about what you came and you saw and or whatever, whatever? And so Melody is just like, well, she brought up the whole thing with her and Destiny and Madani. And Melody was kind of making it seem as though she brought up the whole thing. Well, I spoke to you, Destiny, but I don't understand why you said I didn't speak. And Destiny said, well, you didn't. She said, I did. I spoke to you. I spoke to Kimmy. I went around the room. And Destiny said, well, I didn't hear you. It must have been real low because I didn't hear you speak. And yeah, and then it kind of went out from there. But my thing is, Melody, you did come in and you did speak, but you just said, oh, hey, Destiny. It wasn't no eye contact. There wasn't anything. So you came in. Yes, you did speak, but it wasn't an effective hello. Because Destiny is like, you weren't even invited and you didn't even give a clear hi. You came in, oh, hey, and hey, Destiny, and keep on going. So I can see both sides. I honestly do. I see both sides. Destiny said she didn't speak, but Melody did speak. She just didn't speak loud enough for you to hear. So I guess in the previews beforehand, in the previews after this, they're going to try to get to some type of common ground. Overall, the episode was, you can see it's trying to progress. I think it's trying to move away from those old storylines, which I hope so. I also think that Tiffany and Lewis can kind of go. Do y'all think that they should go? I believe that Tiffany and Lewis can go. Because, I actually like Courtney and Stormy. I really do. Courtney seems like he gets along well with the group. Stormy does too. Destiny, you need to stop being so mad all the time. It's just like you just seem mad at everything. You mad at breakfast. And it really ain't that serious to me. But everybody is, I guess, trying to get to an understanding. And if you and Melody, Destiny can get into a clear understanding, maybe y'all could not, because it's almost seemed like Destiny and Melody still want to be friends. They just don't know how. That's what I get. Because if you that mad at your friend, you still want to be your friend. That's what I see, So hopefully they'll work this out. Anyway, this is Sheila Billy. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this episode. Hopefully they'll come to some type of conclusion. And y'all have a great day. Bye.